This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to bring you an update here, but before I get to this update, I want to say if you are looking for a trading account and you are new to the stock market, Moomoo does have a pretty good promotion going on right now. So if you go to the link in the comments and description section of this video, sign up for Moomoo and make a deposit. They do have this promotion going on where you can receive up to 15 free stocks plus one extra share of Tesla or Google. So if that's something that you're interested in, head to that link, check it out, head over to Moomoo and sign up and, get some free stock. Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker MULN or Mullen Automotive. So they closed just below the 46-cent mark yesterday. I've got the daily time frame pulled up here, and when I first pulled up the chart here, it is very brutal. Over the long haul, we know Mullen has had almost a 100% loss on equity. I mean, if you look at the chart here at the beginning of the chart on the daily, based on reverse split adjusted pricing, it was at $81.51, and now it's at 45 cents. So these longer time frames are absolutely abysmal here on Mullen. We know that they've just been bleeding money. The stock price has just been driving towards zero. They've been doing reverse splits, all kinds of things going on. Really bad for the stock. But I'm going to zoom into the tail end of the chart here and just kind of talk about what I'm seeing here on the tail end of the daily, because it is a little more promising. If you look here, you can see that this thing went on a crazy pump here based on reverse split adjusted pricing up to almost $3. Then it was just kind of bleeding. But if you look at the very tail end of the chart here, you can kind of see that they are kind of consolidating a little bit here. You can see they bled down to this area of 39 cents. The buyer stepped in big time. I believe this was on the news of the CEO coming out and saying he's got proof of trading irregularities or illegal naked short selling. So it went on this insane pump, and I shorted it on this move, and I'm glad I did, because it immediately dumped and immediately bled out. That's what I was expecting. But it came right back down to this 39-cent mark, and that's where buyers stepped in again. It had another really big pump here. It did set, a lower high here, though. It couldn't quite get back to these levels we saw here. And then it's just been kind of bleeding out again. But for now, this 39-cent mark has been able to hold. So it does look like it's kind of trying to consolidate here. So, I'm definitely looking down there to 39 cents. That does look key to me. Mullen did request a hearing before NASDAQ to try to get extension or try to stay on NASDAQ, because they ran out of that 1 year period. They ran out of time to try to get to the $1 minimum bid price requirement. So they do have a hearing. They're going to go before NASDAQ, and they're going to try to convince them to, hey, let us, stay on NASDAQ, don't kick us off. But kind of looking like, what we're seeing here with the price action lately, I just don't see them getting to $1 anytime soon, to be honest. So I think they're going to have to do a reverse split, and maybe that's going to be their plan, to maybe do another reverse split to get to the $1 minimum bid, which would suck because, the shareholders, for the bulls anyways, it's going to suck. For the bears, it's probably going to be great, because we see what happens to companies after they enact reverse splits. If they're like Mullen, bleeding a ton of money, terrible financials, usually that reverse split happens, and then the stock gets smashed back down under $1. It's just kind of this cycle of reverse split, get smashed, reverse split, get smashed. So we'll kind of see what happens here, and what Mullen's plan is to get to that $1 minimum bid price requirement. I've seen people leaving comments on some of my videos saying, hey, we don't even need to do, why even do the reverse split? Let's just go OTC. And I kind of understand their concern, because, every time they do one of these reverse splits, these shareholders are losing a ton of shares. Now, last time it was only a 1 for 9, but still, you take the amount of shares you have and divide it by 9, that's a significant loss of the number of shares that you hold in the company. So we'll kind of see what their plan is, and I'll keep you updated on that. And we'll kind of see what they do with production now. Because they are actually starting to produce some vehicles here, so we'll kind of see if they can follow suit with companies like Rivian, who have had big production increases year over year. So if they're going to target, I forget what it is, they want to do 3,000 vehicles or something a year of one of their main lines. Let's see if they can increase that. Let's say if they can pump out 3,000 vehicles or something in 2024. Can they increase that significantly when 2025 comes? If they can kind of get on a cadence, like we've seen with other companies like Rivian, maybe we can kind of see this level on the chart here hold, if they don't do a reverse split. But they did file an SEC filing today. It's been a while since they put an SEC filing in here, but I was looking through it, and it says, as previously reported, on a 8K filed with the SEC, this was on July 11th, the company terminated its agreement with Lawrence Harge and Global EV Technology, or EVT, regarding the development and licensing of certain technology to extend battery life. This agreement remains terminated and has not been reinstated. The company confirms that it does not have any existing, nor does it intend to in the future, and to enter into any agreement or arrangement with Harge or EVT. As a one-time accommodation, the company has agreed to allow Harge to test units on 2 of the company's vehicles. So he's going to be allowed to test his units on 2 of the vehicles that are currently at an EPA certified test facility for the sole purpose of verifying the technology. No affirmative testing dates have been scheduled. This accommodation has not been established, nor is it intended to establish any relationship with Harge or EVT. So they're allowing him to test his units here on some of their vehicles, but they're just not committing to anything. So I guess it'll depend on, whether, how that testing goes for his units. If it ends up being a complete failure, I think that's why they're, saying we're not intending to establish anything. But maybe if the results are really good, maybe Mullen's going to reconsider. But I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker MULN or Mullen Automotive. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.